All right, guys, welcome to our team webinar. This is our first rapid fire call for August, so I'm so excited to have you guys on the call tonight. We have a great topic to cover, but first I just want to make some quick announcements and let you guys know the Awesome August Challenge is going on right now. It's not too late to join in. It is a great incentive for you because it helps you grow your business. What I did was I sat down and compiled all the things that I've done on social media that have been successful, and I put them into our 31-day challenge. So the one thing I want to tell you guys, other than the fact that every single one of those posts are amazing, and I get so excited going through my newsfeed all day, like seeing what the assignment is and watching everyone's different version of it, is that the follow-up is key. And I'm going to remind you guys of this all throughout the month, because every night what I would do is go back and look at what you posted for the day, see how the feedback it got. But then the next morning, I want you to go back and look at all the posts you made that were Beachbody related in your Facebook feed that day, or Instagram, or I don't know, whatever whatever social media you use. There's so many now. And reach out to everyone that liked or commented on your post, because think about it, like, you've opened the door for that conversation and they liked it or commented. So when you reach out to them and just say, hey, I appreciate you liking or commenting on my post. It's really motivational for me, and I would love to have some more people join me on my journey. Would you be interested? Like, it's not an awkward conversation, because guess what? They already liked or commented on your post. So it helps reconnect and grow that relationship. And think about it. How many people like or comment because it's creative or it's fun or it's interesting, and they might have only liked it but didn't feel confident enough to reach out to you and start a conversation? So when they get a message from you, that's kind of like a warm fuzzy. Like, you guys know, when you get a message from someone, you're kind of like, oh, hey, look, I have something in my inbox. Somebody wants to talk to me, right? So keep that in mind when you're doing these challenges. I put this together on purpose so it would help you grow your businesses. And I've already gotten some great messages from you guys about, oh, like, by doing this challenge, I've got new people reaching out, and I'm being consistent on Facebook now, and I really appreciate the way it's going. So keep it up. You guys are doing awesome stuff, and it's motivating, right? You guys have been looking through the news feeds too, and you guys are all mutual friends, so you see how inspirational and stuff these stories and these photos are. So take advantage of that too. Why not, like, fill up your motivational cup in the morning before you get started with your day with all these posts? So Awesome August, definitely a great promotion for our team this month. Just a reminder, the size challenge pack's on sale this month. The ultimate the ultimate reset, totally wrong. 3-day refresh challenge pack is on sale this month as well. Team Cup is going on. If you are on a Team Cup team, I hope that you're kicking butt and you're taking names and you're helping people and growing some points for your team. Lots of cool incentives with the Team Cup this month. I know everyone is like, oh, let me get that selfie stick. Get me to that 30-some points. Like, let's do it, team. Even though you guys can buy that selfie stick for $5 at Five Below. Just saying. But it's a Beachbody selfie stick, and that's clearly much more valuable and much more fun to work for, right? So lots of cool incentives this month. I don't know. I'm totally trying to get, like, the size hat or the size apparel myself. But keep pushing for that, guys. Team Cup is a great way to grow your business, and I'm really proud of all the coaches that jumped on a team or got on a team because their coach had recommended that they get on a team. I think that that's awesome. So great work, guys. Also, July was our biggest month ever. Like, ever. We are knocking on the door of 1,300 coaches in our downline right now, and I just want to give you guys a shout out. Like, give yourself, like, a pat on the back, or I don't know, a hug maybe, because I can't do it through the computer screen. But great month. You guys changed so many lives in the month of July, and that was awesome. Like, that's what we're here to do. And the nice things that you see from that are people like Caitlin Bear, who's making a post about paying off a student loan, or I'm, like, looking through here to see Emily Burns, who was able to pay off her vacation before letting that be something sitting on a credit card to stress them out, and she can go to the beach and have a great time. Like, that's what this is doing. It's creating that financial freedom for you guys to do the things you want to do and get out of the debt that's chaining you to the rest of your life. So I am so excited for you guys. Great month in June and July, and I cannot wait to see what you guys are going to do in August. I haven't had any pre-workout tonight. It's amazing, isn't it? And my phone died like 4 hours ago, and I haven't, like, plugged in at all. And it's been, I think that was a nice recharge. So I recommend that for you guys every once in a while. And tonight's call I decided, since it's a Team Cup month and there's a lot of cool stuff going on, we had some amazing Success Club earners in our team last month. So I reached out to the top 5 Success Club earners that we had and kind of asked them to put together some tricks or tips or thoughts on what they're doing to achieve Success Club. And we didn't really give them more specific directions than that. So I think tonight you're going to hear a nice variety of different things from these different leaders that we have on the team. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of turn it over to them. At the end of the call, we'll do a little Q&A. If anybody has a question or something during the call, go ahead and use the chat box down below, and we'll make sure that we address all questions or thoughts or concerns at that point in time. All right, guys? So our first speaker tonight is the lovely Miss Kristen Dunn. And Kristen, I have here that you ended with 12 points last month. Is that correct? As soon as she unmutes.
There we go. Sorry, my mouse wasn't working. Yes, I ended with 12.
Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you, girl.
Okay, well, thank you. So as Jenna said, she didn't give us instructions, and I'm just going to roll with it. And, you know, I feel like it's kind of, in a way, no-brainers what I've been doing. It's the stuff that we learn in Coach Basics, and it's the stuff that is reinforced over and over again in our team calls, and our 3 vital behaviors. So, you know, obviously you have to invite people to get them to join you. And doing that on a regular basis is, you know, important. And I think just consistency has been a key for me. So being consistent on social media and being visible. People are watching even when it feels like they're not, and that's been something that over the last year I've really learned and seen when I finally do reach out to somebody and they say, oh my gosh, I've been watching you. You know, people are looking. They see what you do, and they see whether you're being consistent or not, and it sparks their interest, and when you do get that invite to them, they're more likely to join you. So just being consistent and posting and being yourself, and sharing your journey is huge, I think. And remembering that when you're sharing things on Facebook, and then when you're sending out that initial invite, that even when those people ignore you, even when they don't respond, they are looking, they're seeing your stuff now. And those are the people that then follow you the next month and maybe reach out to you, or that you reach back to them again later on and say, hey, you know, I remember we talked before, you weren't ready then, maybe you are now. And those are the people that catch up. So when we talk about Success Club last month, those people, for me, were not people that signed up after my first invite in July. They're people that I have been talking to, some that I've been talking to for almost a year. I started coaching when 21 Day Fix came out. So with that being on promotion again, especially for those 2 months, that was big for me to be following up again with those people that expressed interest, said they want to do it, and then never committed until, you know, then we had another month of, hey, it's on promotion again, or I'm starting another group. You know, if you're ready to join us. So just being consistent and following up with people has been a big one for me. A couple other tips, I guess, just finding your motivation. Caitlin, my coach, has been awesome from the start of finding a way to motivate me, and she has learned that I am motivated by that $5 selfie stick or that free t-shirt, and all the seemingly silly prizes it gets me. So I hit Success Club 1 month, and she says 2 more months and you get a free ticket to Summit. And then I did that, and she says, you know, however many months until this, and this month you get that. So that's my motivation. But everybody runs on different steam. So find what motivates you and find the people that will motivate you and will push you. So my success partner also is a huge push, and we talk regularly, and you know, really find each other's drive to push each other hard to hit Success Club every month. Trying to think. I kind of lost my train there. So that's kind of, I guess that's all I've got. I had something else, but it jumped. So just being consistent and following up and being yourself.
You're like, that's all I got. I like have a half a page. Like, really? Okay.
That's fast, right?
No, that was fine. And like Kristen has a family emergency, so we let her jump on first. But still, with all that, girl, that was great information. So thank you so much for taking the time to jump on here and share that with me tonight.
Yep, thank you. I'll hang out as long as I can.
Girl, all right. So something that she said that really kind of stuck with me there, and I hope that you guys wrote it down, is being consistent. Because, for example, this month I had somebody buy a challenge pack from me that defriended me when I first became a coach. I love telling this story now because it's like so full circle. But when I first became a coach and was making all my posts and stuff, she was like, look, like that's cool and all, but it's getting on my nerves. Like, sorry, I got to defriend you. And rolled out. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, all right, and remember that says more about them than it does about you. That's more about their own insecurities than it is about yours. So I just let it go and blessed and released, because that is my go-to saying with situations like that. So did that, let it go, and this past month refriended me, said, wow, I can't believe you're still doing this. I can't believe all the success that you've had in your fitness journey. I want success in my fitness journey too, and bought a challenge pack. And it was like, oh man, thank God I was being consistent and I was still here 3 years later, because now we've got another life that we can help change, right? So consistency is key, and doing that in the follow-up, in the posting, and connecting with people, you just stay consistent like that. If you take nothing away from this call tonight, make sure that that's at least one of those things that you take away. And I really like that she talked about success partners. If you don't have one, get one. If you don't know what that means, that's okay. That's okay. Ask in the team page if anyone's looking for a success partner. You need somebody that you can bounce ideas off of other than your coach that can push you and motivate you in this business too. So next up on our call tonight, and I didn't tell them what order they're speaking in, so this is sort of fun for those people that are speaking tonight. Let's do next up Miss Allison. Allison ended, I have 12, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's right because I don't know how up to date it is. But Allison, did you end at 12?
I did.
Okay, so 12 points for the month of July. So talk to us about Success Club.
Well, I have to agree with almost everything that Kristen said. July and already this month, the people that have purchased challenge packs are by no means people that I have just invited recently. These are people that I have been talking to for maybe a year or definitely months. And I noticed one thing this month in particular is that people that I had spoke with a while ago and then I invited and they seemed really interested and then they disappeared on me and I heard crickets. And even I would reach back out saying, like, listen, you're not going to hurt my feelings if you're not interested right now. And I would still not hear back from them. So I kind of took a different approach, and I just went on their Facebook wall and I kind of looked for something to connect with. And like, for example, one, she wasn't interested. It was all about money and finances. And so she said she was going to start making her own shakes. And I would send her recipes from Pinterest or other things, not Shakeology related, but just to help her out. So she's a friend of mine from high school. And so I just reached back in with her. I'm like, how are those shakes? How do you feel? And she's like, let's talk about Shakeology. And I that night sold her a challenge pack. And same with, she's kind of related to me down the way. We had been talking, she was interested, and then she disappeared and I didn't hear from her again. And so I kind of just reached back out and saying, how's your summer going? And, how's your mom? And she's like, listen, let's talk. I've been really busy. So I've been watching you. And it was kind of like the same thing that we engaged. They felt like they disappeared on me. They were ignoring me, crickets. And then just by, I don't know, reaching back out to them. And then they bought a challenge pack right away. So consistency is key. All of my challenge packs, I really think, go from months of talking with people. I work off lists. And I wish I was a little bit more organized, but it works for me. I write down everybody that I speak with, everybody that I invite, and what I invite, what I connect with them about, the date I connected, and then I have like a little key and I highlight if they respond, if they don't respond, and then the date. So I have just lists, and because I like to see things in front of me, I can't go back and forth on the computer. So that really helps me that I can go back. So I will have my list of all these people. I'll get through my list, and then I will go back to my list and kind of re-invite, follow up, mark off people, and just keep going back to that same list. And then once that list is kind of like dead, I'll create a new list and I'll just keep going back to it till it's dead. The other thing that I do is I keep going back, and I heard this on a call a while ago with when you get to your friend request, you can type in the letter A. See all of your friends with the letter A. So I go through each one and make another list of all my A's, and then I continue with my list, and wherever I leave off of that day, I just put the letter. So I try and invite anywhere or connect. I kind of use the same. Invite or connect with anywhere from, well, in July it was more like 3 to 5. This is Team Cup month. I'm trying to invite or connect anywhere from 7 to 10 a day. And then after those initial invites, then I'll go back to my follow-ups. So I count my follow-ups as something entirely different, not a new invite or a new connect, which I think that's kind of how you do it. The other thing that I did in the month of July is I offered an incentive, which I know a lot of us did with the Fix 8 cookbook. I offered that, buy a challenge pack, you get the Fix 8. And that's another promotion I'm doing for August. I just did a video which about the 3-day refresh. So do the 3-day refresh, I'll give you a cookbook. I've also done an incentive where I give you $25 through PayPal for signing up. I've done that a couple of times, and it's more people that I know. It's not like new people, but that has really kind of pushed them over, especially June, July, and even the beginning of August, 21-day fix being, and that's my biggest program that I sell that I can talk about. And being $140 and then to offer $25 has really helped. So really I just kind of sit down, I do the 3 vital behaviors. I have my checklist in front of me, the left of my computer, my power hour. I don't leave, even if I can't do it at one time, I don't go to bed until my power hour is done. And I've also started adding affirmations into my routine when I sit down in the morning, because I still get a little nervous with the inviting. But a couple books that have helped me are the Go for No, Eat That Frog. And one thing that I heard at Summit was basically draw a line in the sand. And that's what I did. So at the top of my notebook, every page has a line in the sand. And I also got a fortune cookie the day that I came back from Summit that says, you'll be successful in your work. So that's taped to my computer. So every day when I kind of sit down, it's draw a line in the sand. I'm going to be successful in my work. Go for no and eat that frog. And don't leave until I've done those things. So that's really just mentally. And and the other thing that I do is I have a bunch of invites, wordings that like scripts that I use, and I keep them in the note section of my computer. So I can copy and paste them. I definitely make them personal. I don't say the same thing to everyone, but it saves a lot of time. So you're not rethinking everything. I do the same thing when I approach someone with the coaching aspect. It's already there. I just tweak it for them. So that saves a lot of time. So yeah, I think that's kind of in a nutshell what I do. I just am working on a system now, and it'll be easier once the kids go back to school, because my baby's going to be in kindergarten and I'll have the days to myself.
Woohoo! So, question, Allison, you're a 1-star?
I am.
Okay. Did you guys hear a 1-star diamond say that she still gets nervous about inviting? Did anybody else catch that tonight? I'm a 10-star diamond, and I still get nervous about inviting. The cool thing about this business is it's always a work in progress, and if you gotta have that little bit of nervous excitement in you. to do this. So if you're getting nervous about reaching out to people or talking to people, hey, guess what? All of us do. And that's another neat thing is, it doesn't discriminate. It's all across the board. We all want to be really good at this, right? Allison, the thing I like that you said the most was about systems and creating a system that works for you. I'm very much like Allison in that I have my notebooks and like my back of envelopes and my napkins. And
oh my gosh, I know this is me right now. These are my Post-its.
I love it. And you know what? That's awesome because it works for you. So to find a system, guys, that works for you. There's not any one system that works better than another. As long as it works for you, that's a good system. And I love the idea of taking a list of people and continuing to work through it until you carry it on to the next and just adding to it. Like that's a great way to make sure that you're doing your follow-ups and you're staying on top of things. So thank you so much for sharing, Allison. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So moving right along in our all sorts of good little nuggets tonight about Success Club and how to hit it. I'm trying to go in order of Success Club points. I don't know if they've figured that out yet or not. So next up on the list, we have Emily Burns. And Emily, I have here that you ended at 14 points.
Yes, I did.
Awesome. Girl, your hair is on point tonight. It is cute.
Thanks.
All right, girl, let's hear what you got.
Okay, so can you hear me? I don't know. My computer was acting dumb earlier. Okay, so I wanted to start off by sharing with you that Success Club has been really important to me since about October of last year when I lost it. And I had one more month to go to be hitting it for a whole entire year. And I was up until midnight and I was so upset whenever I did not hit it. So ever since then, I've made sure I at least hit Success Club 5 by the 15th. Even if I have to give them money, even if I have to give away cookbooks or whatever, I make sure that I have it locked in. So I'm not up till midnight scrambling again. So I have about 5 tips of what I usually do. I kind of do on a daily basis that I've been following, and it's been working, obviously. So one of my first tips is to always do your power hour every single day. Something that I've been sharing with my cup team as well to make sure that they are doing that. They're getting in every single thing that they need to every day. They are inviting new people. And if you don't know anything about the power hour, there is a picture, I think still in the Healthy4Lyfe team page of the power hour Jenna had put together a while ago. So always do your power hour. Follow up as often as you can because last month I had a lot of customers that just purchased the 21-day fix that bought just a program by itself, and I was able to get them interested in Shakeology just by having them in a group, seeing other people's posting about Shakeology, and 3 of them ended up signing as coaches with challenge packs. So I was able to convert them over into coaches that were my customers. And another thing that's very important is to continue to connect with them even after they purchase. Sometimes we get to where we just want to get Success Club and that's all we want. But if you sell them a challenge pack and then you're like, all right, I made that $40 and I made those 2 points so they can figure everything else on their own, you're not going to connect with that person anymore. They're going to try and find somebody else, or they're just not even going to communicate with you. So make sure that you're connecting with them and you're following up with them throughout the whole transition so you can help them transition into a coach later on down the road. Follow up with previous customers. That's huge, especially this month, because there's customers that may have just, I don't know, bought the Fix Aid cookbook last month or just bought the 21-day fix that could be ready to do size now. And it's such an awesome program. And if you're making videos, which I hope all of you are making videos of dancing, it gets a lot of people interested. So make sure that you're doing that. And also personal development. I have been reading a book with my cup team, and they have been checking in every single day. And I have to shout out to my cup team because they are on it. And I am so proud of them for reading every single day because some of them have struggled. But personal development has been the biggest transformation, I think, for me, to not letting that negative infect me and say, well, all right, I missed Success Club in October. I might as well miss it this month too. And I don't want that negative talk in my head anymore. So always share and be you, because you are your brand. You are your story. Don't try and be like Lindsay Matway, because you can't pay your house off in cash. I know I can't. So just be you, share your story, and enjoy the month and reach out to whoever you can. That's all I had.
Awesome. Thank you. Oh, bless you, honey. Thank you so much, Em. One of the things that I love is Emily's videos. Has everyone on this call tonight seen one of Emily's videos? Everyone? Yeah? Show of hands. Most of the people on this call have? Okay. If you haven't, you need to go stalk her page, but don't do it now because I'm talking. So after the call, you could go do it. Emily was a master at getting people excited about size way before size came out. And what did she do? She found videos, like dance videos on YouTube, and just like learned them, and was a hot mess. Like, girl will tell you, she was a hot mess. But doing that, everyone kept going to her page to see, like, what is Emily up to today? Like, what routine is she doing today? Like, every time she posts a size video, I'm like, oh, I'm so like glued to the computer or the phone, you know, because it's attractive, and you want to see that, and you want to add value to people that way, and that they want to get excited about something. So that is a great way. Videos are the best way to share who you are, what you're about, your story, your brand. It's just the best, quickest way to do it, because you could type all day long. Did that size workout? It was awesome. Nobody cares. Like, if we're going to be honest and blunt about it, like, nobody cares about a sentence that says that. But if you show somebody your dance moves, like another great person on this call tonight that I can see on the call that does videos that I am always attracted to go see is Anne Greenwood. Like, I cannot wait to see what workout moves she is going to do today, because they're always fun and they're interesting, right? My husband is the same way. We cannot wait to see her videos. So keep that in mind. Like, add value and share content so that people have a reason to want to stop by and to want to check it out, because then you've already started building that relationship, because they already kind of feel like they know you. Like, I do know Emily, but to see those videos, I know that she had people reach out to her and they were like, all right, like, what is this size thing? Like, what are you doing? And I cannot stop cracking up. Like, I want to have that much fun working out too, you know? So adding content and creating content that you can share and that bring people back to your page and the traffic. That's a great, great tip, Em. Thank you so much for chatting with us. Next up, okay, so these last two ladies, they like battle back and forth about trying to like dominate the Success Club points for our team. And I'm so excited that they're both on the call tonight, because they're gonna have so much fun stuff for you, and that's like totally no pressure to either one of them. But we'll go ahead and we'll go with Nikki first. So go ahead, Nikki.
Hi, I have a little note for Emily. I love Emily's hair. So I had to put in a little laugh there. Emily, I need to know how to do that, by the way, girl, because I love it.
That's because you guys just have that crazy, like, Shakeology mane, like, straight coming out of your heads right now. Love it.
It's fun, yeah. And I told you at where we at Super Sunday that I actually admitted to I stopped drinking Shakeology for 2 years, and my hair and my nails were terrible. And as soon as I started drinking it again, boom, like my hair just started growing like crazy, and I didn't have to wear acrylic nails anymore. It was awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, but so wow, I feel like this has been like such a great journey for me, but at the same time, it's gone so fast and so furious, and I guess that's just the speed that I like to run. You know, one thing that the best advice I can give you that has helped my success is really 3 things. One is how you train. My thought going into this process of being a coach, now mind you, I was a discount coach for almost 6 years before I decided to jump into this and do this full time. I've done every program dated all the way back to P90X when P90X became big. So I've been with Beachbody for a long haul. But the thing that I said to myself when I walked into this was, I want to train like I'm a diamond. So I wanted to know what it took to get to the point of where I could have long-term goals and daily goals that diamond coaches performed, so I could perform those same things at the coach level. and do those best practices every day to get myself where I'm at today. And fortunately, it's worked. I just actually gave myself goosebumps because Jenna can say this. Our very first telephone conversation was, Jenna, how do I get from here to here? This is where I want to be. What are the tools that I can do to do it? Show me, tell me. I want to absorb. I want to be a sponge. I want to grab the bull by the horns and do it better than anybody else. And I did. And by doing that and utilizing your uplines and learning who the best are at our company and watching them is going to help you grow. So that's number one, is train like a diamond from the get-go. Learn what diamonds do on a daily basis. Learn what their long-term goals are as well, and learn how they take advantage of their accountability and their accountability partners and their success partners as well. And to kind of drill more down into that, come up with your goals every month on how you're going to get to SC5, but don't just stop there. Figure out how you're going to get to SC10. Also figure out like what financial marker you want to be at. And, this is a numbers game. I'm a very numbers driven person. I actually have everything I'm talking about tonight on paper that I can share with you all. But also like your financial markers, personal goals, don't be afraid to shoot for the moon. Anything is possible. Come up with long-term goals. Like for example, one of my long-term goals is in 1 year, I wanted 1 year from the time that I started being a coach, which was beginning of March, was that I want to be a 2-star diamond and be able to hit SC10 every single month. And I want to be one of the top coaches on the Healthy4Lyfe team. So by saying that, I went back and leaned on my coach so she could teach me and so I could learn, and she put me in the right direction as to how to get there. I was very fortunate to get on a diamond call the other day where Jeff Hill was on the call, and he made a really good point and said, don't learn the tricks of the trade, learn the trade. I think that this is important because for us to absorb as much as we can, it's going to help us be the best version of ourselves and the best version of what we represent, which is ourselves and Beachbody. We have to work together. We've got to have the company to be successful. We have to be ourselves to be able to make the company successful. So that's just something a little bit about the goals. As far as the best practices, I have a hour and 15-minute power hour. Now, granted, I probably work for Beachbody 4 to 5 hours, sometimes 6 hours a day, depending on the day. But I picked out 10 to 14 best practices. And for the sake of time, I'm not going to go in and dive into like every single one of them, but I do have my list. And I'll just go down my list very quickly. My power hour literally lasts an hour and 15 minutes. That's it. That's all it takes to be a diamond coach. I promise you guys. Number one, everybody said it. Be a product of the product. Do 15 minutes of personal development every day. I need to get better at that. So guess what I went and got? Rock Your Network Marketing Business. So I got that. Our upline or our diamond team is actually working on ways to help you coaches get where you want to be and be more successful. So behind the scenes, us as coaches that are, in Jenna's group of her Healthy4Lyfe Diamond and above, like we're working for ways to help you guys be as successful as you all can be. Provide quality content to share 2 to 3 times a day. If you guys, I'm friends with a lot of you on Facebook. I'm constantly posting on Facebook about my life and my dog and my kids. And I now picked up golfing and I love to work out and I'm actually a decent cook. So everybody knows that about me already, but I'm not afraid to post about it because I may not have hit somebody yet that, maybe they haven't seen my post yet. Also, I cultivate 4 new direct conversations per day. So I reach out to 4 people. Hey, what's going on? I see that you just got married, or I see that you just had a baby, congratulations. Or I just figure out a way to start some sort of conversation with them. And I may not get back to them that day, but I may they may respond and I may get them in my power hour for the next day. I personally invite 5 people per day to the challenge and a couple people per day to the business opportunity. I run and lead my challenge groups. I post at least 3 times daily in my challenge groups. I just started a new Mommy's Quick Recipe Clean Eating group, which has taken off really well. I do contests and marketing giveaways, just like Emily talked about and Allison as well. This one has been my biggest success. And I bring this up because I just realized how much I say the word and I need to stop that. All right, I just said it again. Share personal success stories with the consent of my customers and coaches. Jenna's laughing at me. You can, I need to put a quarter in the bucket every time I say All right, so sharing personal success stories. I'm not afraid to be vulnerable and share my journey. I just said it again. If there's any point that somebody questions me and they don't know much about me, I love to share that story, because sometimes people look at me today and say, oh, she's in great shape. She's never had to struggle through weight gain or medical issues or anything. And I actually lead with my story every single time and not afraid to share my picture. So I do that, but what's been also very successful for me is sharing success stories of my customers. My customers have referred me so much business that I will tell you, I get more referrals than I do having to reach out to people. Did that make sense? I think it did. So I get more referrals from my customers. Remember, I've only been doing this since February full time. Actually, really coaching since, not even. I think it was end of March I started really. I already have total, I'm roughly about 90 customers between all the different business centers that I run and stuff like that. So that's been a big jump for me. But having said that, I'm not afraid to ask them for referrals. So that has been a huge source of my success. I do 3 follow-ups per day with customers or prospective customers. Retention's key. Keep your customers happy. I had a customer the other day that we made a huge boo-boo with at customer service. It was totally our fault. I got on the phone with her because she was about to quit and leave us. Went ahead and just went above and beyond, got on the phone with her, explained who I was, explained who she was. She ended up by getting a free product for all the headache that they put her through. So it was kind of nice that Beachbody was willing to make it good, and I was willing to take the time out of my evening to help out that customer to meet her needs. Support active coaches daily. We already talked about that. Spend 15 minutes a day on training for yourself. Practice, practice, practice. So I'm always on the Coach Online Office and looking at that coach news feed on the right-hand side, learning how to train myself better. If it's learning better talk tracks to have better messages to customers, if it's learning about products that I know nothing about, I'm constantly educating myself. The other thing that I do is I am challenging myself to do this, because you all probably don't know this, but being on these calls is even sometimes a little bit difficult for me. And a lot of people probably don't believe that, because I am actually a pretty outgoing person, but I do have a little bit of anxiety sometimes, a little stage fright. That's what it is. It's more so stage fright than anything else. So forcing myself to get out of my comfort zone daily has been huge. So the videos that I do, I'm getting more comfortable with that. The times I'm putting myself out there with doing my own Zoom calls, I'm getting more comfortable with that. And I remember this woman named Jen Sincero saying, do it as if you're dying. What do you have to lose? You're going to die anyways, right? So you better just do it. So she has been in my head for the last few months, because that is a huge quote in her book. And if you haven't read the book, I would highly encourage her book, because it's amazing. But she really helped me kind of come out of my shell and allowed me to take the chance of being vulnerable. That's why I would never, in fact, this is so embarrassing to say, I probably have ex-boyfriends on my Facebook, and they probably saw me at 206 pounds and was like, oh my God, I can't believe I ever dated that girl, because I was embarrassed of that person. Now I'm proud as hell of that person. I can't believe how far that I have come and how far I've come along in my journey. So I was very ashamed of who I was before. And, I was only 206 for a short time because I was pregnant and very, very sick, but I was there. I can show people that I've gone from 206 to being very unhealthy and taking fat burners and horrible things that go in your body to becoming a healthy person where I'm at today. The other thing is I have a journal. So I have a marketing creativity journal. When I get an idea in my head, I write it down. If you guys saw my Facebook post today about my Shakeology, I thought about that 2 days ago when we were going down the list, Jenna's list, and I said, oh yeah, I kind of have a good idea. I'm going to wake up and I'm just going to roll with it. It took me 5 minutes. I was able to fit that in my power hour this morning, and I edited it for like another minute, and I was completely done. So just keep in mind, if you can think out these things and have a tool bag full of ideas in a journal, that's going to help you, because you can just pull from the ideas and roll with it. So I want to talk about that. Another thing I think is very, very important for all of us, and I know Jenna really teaches this in training, but conserve your positive credibility. And what I mean by that is people will perceive you in the way that you portray yourself. And if they see you're a hard worker and you're passionate about what you do, then your fan base, your friend base, your followers will trust you, and you're going to be the expert that they come to when they need help. So even though they may not be in the market, to buy today, they could be, they may not be the now buyer, they could be the could-be buyer, or the person who never intended on buying, but somehow one post that you threw out there got somebody that wanted to take a chance on changing their life, and you're the one that did that for them. So that's why I say these programs really sell themselves. We're there to obviously be a coach and for support, but how many products can you actually say that you have bought, that we buy all the time, that comes with a coach and somebody that can provide the support that we provide for these people going through their journeys? There's not many that are out there. So I just have a couple more things real quick. We talked about actually asking for referrals. Don't be afraid, but your positive credibility will naturally grow when your customers are getting results and that you're helping them through it. So want to just touch on that again. And then really the third thing is accountability. Don't be afraid to hold yourself accountable and have others help hold you accountable as well. Let people in your world, let people know what your goals are. Tell them, I tell Jenna all the time, Jenna, if there's something I can improve on, let me know. I want your feedback. If I'm not doing enough of this, I want you to, help me out and tell me I'm not doing enough of this. Where can I improve on? But Jenna's not going to tell me what to do because Jenna's not my boss. But if I come to Jenna and say, Jenna, as you, my coach, I want you to help me hold myself accountable for X, Y, and Z, she's going to do that for you. And every one of you coaches on this call, I encourage you to do that for all of your coaches. Take that time to really understand what your coach's goals are and how you can help them achieve those goals. And if it's something that you don't know how to do, reach out to your upline and ask them, how do I get this person from A to Z? What can I do to be a better coach to provide those sources and techniques and values to them? Because they're going to be great one day. They're going to be better than me. How can I get them to that point? So always, share it with your upline, share it with other coaches, your success partner, Emily Burns. Thank you. My husband too. I've been sharing my journey with my husband because at first he was not on board with this and he was completely against it. And showing a picture of myself and my ab work or a bicep or, even being in a video, he didn't feel comfortable with. And thanks to a couple of Beachbody coaches telling their story, he now is. And I have all the support in the world. So now I can really spread my wings and fly. But stay organized too. Allison touched on that. I finally got the Acuity calendar today. I should have done that forever ago. I did not. Jenna told me 2 months ago to do that. I did it today because I had enough and my schedule was a mess. So I did it. Glad I did it. Another thing is have all your helpful quick links ready to go when a customer has questions and you know that you are really busy or you're trying to take the day off. Have your links ready to go where you can copy and paste it right in a Facebook message and they've got all the information they need. Same thing with pre-marketing. I'll do my pre-marketing for a week in like a little picture or something like that. That way I've got it logged in my phone. I can just send it. So I could be golfing and sending a message for pre-marketing if I want to. But most of all, this is fun. This is really exciting. And you're making a huge difference in people's lives. And we work for a company that provides us the tools and resources to be a millionaire if you wanted to. You think about it. All those top 10 coaches that were on stage at Summit were millionaires. Like, I want to be that coach one day. I know Jenna wants to be that coach one day. I know Emily does. I know a lot of people that want to be that coach one day. And just know that you can be a millionaire just from being healthy yourself and helping others be healthy. And that's it. What do you guys have to lose?
That was awesome, Nikki. Thank you. I was like, I know when I said 5 minutes, like that was just like, whatever, Jenna. Okay. Like I got a lot of good stuff to share and it's going to be awesome. And that was awesome, Nikki. Thank you so much for that. The thing I like about Nikki, guys, is she's a brand, like I can still consider her a rookie coach. She's really, really still very new and has just kind of taken this opportunity and like grabbed it by the horns and gone for it. And I loved my favorite part of what you said was about you going ahead and assuming you were a diamond coach and doing what diamond coaches did and do. And it reminds me of Scotty Hobbs. He's part of our upline, for those of you that don't know. And like he said, like, I wanted to be a top, like, I think the number 4 coach in the company. So every day I did what I thought the number 4 coach in the company did. And I learned from the top 10 coaches, and I did what I needed to do. And that year he finished number 4 in the company. And it was like one of those things, he announced it to like the whole world 12 months before it happened, but did that same consistent behavior. Like, if you get up every day and you say, like, I'm going to be a diamond coach, or I'm going to, you know, be top 50 in the company, or I'm going to do whatever it is, and then to do those behaviors and stay consistent with it, like, you've already created that future for yourself. It's just you getting from A to B, and you do it. And it is awesome and such a cool thing in this business. And Nikki's right. Like, anyone has the potential to do anything they want in this business. And I love it. And it's awesome. And we get people healthy and change our lives in the process. So thanks so much for speaking tonight, Miss Nikki.
No problem. Thanks for having me. Sorry it took so long.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. It's okay. Nina was just napping. It's fine.
I also have this written out, typed out. So if you guys want it to share with what I do in my power hour and stuff like that, I'm happy to share it with the rest of the group.
Yeah, please post that in the team page for us. That would be awesome. Very cool.
Sure, no problem.
So next up on the call, we have this girl finished at 20 Success Club points last month. Like, that is bananas. So we definitely want to be doing whatever the heck she is doing with her day. So Nina, go ahead and take it away, girl.
All right, thank you. So when I started coaching, Success Club 5 was my non-negotiable. And I could easily do it. I was doing it consistently, and really just by posting on Facebook and getting people to notice my posts and all of that, I was able to reach Success Club 5. And when I would get to Success Club 5, I would just kind of stop working that month. So I would just kind of go through the motions of it. And then this summer, I'm a teacher. So when I went on summer break, it was at the beginning of the summer, I had a call with Jenna. And I asked Jenna, you know, what I have to do to bring my business to the next level. And she simply said, do exactly what you're doing because it's working for you, but just do it times 2, times 5, times 10. And that's exactly what I've done this summer. So I've always had a power hour, and for my power hour, I wake up 4:30, 4:45 every single morning. Even on summer break, I'm up, you know, Saturdays, Sundays, I'm up every single morning, and I get my power hour in. Because my husband's a firefighter, and he's gone multiple days at a time. I have 3 kids, and my days are completely unpredictable. So the only thing that I control is that time at 4:30 in the morning. So I get my power hour in, and I took Jenna's advice, and I times it, you know, multiplied it by 2. So not only do I do 1 power hour a day, but many days I do 2 power hours a day. So when the kids go to bed at night, you know, from 8:30 to 9:30, I'm on the computer again doing my power hour again. So I just kind of took those vital behaviors and I just multiplied it. So instead of doing everything, you know, the bare minimum of what we're expected to do to continue to move our business forward, I just multiplied it and amped it up a little bit. One thing that I truly, truly believe in is that we need to practice what we preach to. So yes, we need to be a product of the product and all of that, but I find that if I'm telling people that I can make time and that, you know, my kids, I can work out through my kids throwing fits and everything, I need to really make sure that I'm doing it on a daily basis. If I'm telling people that their excuses aren't valid, I need to prove that I have those same excuses and they're not valid to me either. One of the biggest things, I think we all struggle with nutrition, and I've always struggled with nutrition, but this is something where I take a lot of pride in really practicing what I preach with that. So here I am running all these accountability groups, and I have a hard time going out and splurging when I have people that are struggling so badly to stay on track. So I'm kind of fighting the battle with my challengers, and I think that definitely develops a lot of trust and respect from them. And then they'll either become the coaches or they're going to give me referrals because I'm on the journey with them. So I kind of take a lot of pride in doing that. So the first, I would say probably like 11 months of this business, I was scared to death of inviting. And I don't, besides like my closest friends and my family members, I don't think I actually sent an invite out to anybody. But I did connect, and I connected a lot, and I would just get conversations started, and I felt like I could really hide behind my Facebook page. So I had no problem posting things. So once I would get those conversations started, a lot of times it would come back to Beachbody, or people would comment on me working out, or, you know, some posts that I've had and just my journey and what an inspiration. And that would get the conversation about Beachbody going. It was much more comfortable to do that way. But when we were given the task, if we wanted to go to the Stars and Stripes party at Summit, we had to get Success Club 10 and then Success Club 12, and or have 25 total points, whatever it was. I kind of took that challenge, and I'm very competitive, and I really pushed myself to do that. As soon as I did that, I decided I'm going to that party. I will do whatever I need to do at that party. And a gear kind of switched in my head, and I started to invite with fidelity. So every single day I did a minimum of 5 legit invites. And my invites, I'm not very organized, and I don't have a lot of notes and lists and all of that. I just kind of go by the seat of my pants a lot of time. And I know I need to work on that, but that's just kind of how I am. When I'm running, I have my iPhone with me, and I'll have the notes open, and I'm like doing the text to speech in my notes as I get ideas in my head and everything. So I don't have scripts for my invites. Every single invite is personal. A lot of them will say similar things, but I try to target the audience that I'm going after. So when I had those summit goals, I just went through, and I had 5 legitimate invites every single day. And I made sure I had something to invite them to with a date. So it would be, you know, I'm starting a challenge group on August 10. Would you like more information about this? And it would give them that kind of that deadline to go with it. And I think that was a big turn for me too, because I was very passive with my connects and with my invites too. Like, oh yeah, 21 Day Fix is a great program. I love it. And I'd leave it like that, and I'd just leave it hanging, and it wouldn't go anywhere. So I got much more intentional and specific with my invites, which I think really helped. And then after meeting those 2 goals and being able to go to that summit party, I was kind of like, well, that wasn't all that much, you know, extra work. And now it's kind of like Success Club 10 is my non-negotiable. So every day I'm just doing my double power hour. This month with Team Cup, I actually do have a list, and I was challenged to have a list of 100 people that I would contact this month. And I got to about 50 people the first day when I sat down and wrote a list. And a lot of those people were people that I've connected with before, people that I've had these conversations with, but I just want to follow up and want to give them that extra push. And then since I made this on July 30th, I've actually got it up to 75 people today. And how I get a lot of the people that I invite, I don't necessarily look at my friend list, but I post a lot of content on my Facebook page. And every single person that likes anything. So if I'm posting a picture of Tate throwing a fit, and if somebody comments or likes it or whatever, I know that that person is following me to some degree. They may not be following me, you know, because of Beachbody, but they're paying attention to me. So that's somebody that I feel comfortable in going out and inviting. So I may start, you know, just connect with them, and I may say, you know, hey, things have been crazy, and I will relate it to Beachbody and say, I'm so thankful I was able to get my workout in today, because that gave me the patience to get, you know, over Tate's fit today. So I always try to bring it back to Beachbody, and I get so many of my invites just from anybody that likes, comments, says anything on my Facebook page. I write their name down, and that's somebody that I will have a formal invite to. And a lot of my people are just people that I've been talking to for the last year. Every single month, so if I invite somebody for the first time this month, then and if they say no, if I don't hear anything from them, next month I make sure to go back and connect with them again. It may not be an invite, but it may be a check-in. If they told me no, then I may just say, you know, how are you doing? Are the kids getting excited about school? and just start that conversation with them again so I stay fresh in their mind. I want to be the first person that they think about when they are ready, because there will be a time when they are ready. So I just need to make sure that I have that relationship. And I think kind of consistency and longevity is key with this business too. Now that I've been doing it for a while and I have been so consistent, today I went back to school for the first time after summer. And I had 4 different teachers come up to me and say, oh, I hear you're doing so well with Beachbody. Tell me a little bit about Beachbody. And they brought the conversation up to me just by other people talking about it. So I think that consistency is huge, because those were the first people I went to last August when school started back up. I thought it was going to be a no-brainer. I was going to get my entire staff on, doing a workout program, doing Shakeology, and it didn't work that way. But here we are a year later, and those are the people that are coming to me because I have been consistent with it all. Something else that I do is I get on a lot of calls. I'm on, 99% of our team calls, but I also go on YouTube or go into other coach groups and I listen to other calls. One thing that I've been doing this last month is listening to top coach calls. And I listen to what they're doing, and I don't try to duplicate what they're doing, but I try to take little bits and pieces from each top coach that relate to me. And then I take that and I make it my own. I bring myself out in some of the things that they're doing to make them successful. And then the last thing I have is just to make sure you have the support and the accountability. And it can come from your coach, it can come from a group of coaches, and it can also come from your customers. But I think the reason that I've been so successful with my own, my own fitness and nutrition journey is because of my customers. Again, it kind of goes back to that practice what you preach. And just with my coach, like having her by my side and going through this journey step by step together, and then having a coach right below me doing the same thing, I just feel like we have such a strong bond that, we support each other. So we're going through it all together, the good and the bad, and it just makes us so much stronger and so much more successful to have each other. So if you don't have the support, definitely find the support, because this is the most challenging thing I've ever done, but it's also the most rewarding thing I've ever done. So it's nice to have somebody to share the struggles as well as the celebrations. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nina. I love that you hit SC20 and you're like, well, I don't really have like a list or like a plan. I just kind of that's awesome. And that's another great example of how anybody can make this work in any situation. You can grow your business and you can connect with people in so many different ways. I love that the Team Cup and that Beachbody, like they're just so good about giving people incentives, like just a little carrot to just dangle so that you're like, it's right there, like maybe I should go for it, because it does push us out of our comfort zone and it makes us work a little harder. One of the things that you said that it's funny, I just had a call with the coach today about it, but when you are stuck at like almost hitting Success Club, like, okay, let's talk about like the 31st at like 10 p.m. Eastern time, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, I only have 4 points. Like I need 1 more point. And you work your butt off for that like straight 2 hours, right? Why are you not doing that every single day? Like I am so guilty of this. And it was so funny because it took me doing it enough times to be like, I don't want to do this on the 31st of every month. Like, this is exhausting. My little heart is it's racing. Like, you don't want to have to do that, right? So keep that in mind, guys. Like, if you're going to work that hard on the last day of the month, why are you not doing it the other 30 days? Like, what are you doing? Like, why is that day the most important? It should be the same as every day, right? And so if you're running your business that way and you're saying, oh my God, like, let's pretend the end of the month is tomorrow every day, and you have goals that you want to achieve and you want to hit, like, wouldn't you work harder? Wouldn't you change more lives? Wouldn't you be more inclined to reach out and talk to people because you know, oh my gosh, I have a goal to hit or I have something that I want to achieve and I haven't done it yet? Like, you would, right? If I told you tomorrow was the end of the month, I think there's only one person on our team right now in our entire downline that is already at Success Club. So you wouldn't hit that goal. But if you worked like you thought it was, I guarantee you if we said, okay, guys, tomorrow is the last day of the month, there would be at least 10 people that click in and make sure that they have that Success Club, because it's a non-negotiable, so they're going to work their butts off. So do that every day. So at the last day of the month, if you want to sit down and have dinner with your husband and drink a glass of wine and not be at the computer stressing out, you won't be there. You'll be able to have already hit your goals and to be working towards them consistently throughout the month. So Success Club, it's just one of those things. If you want to look at it as Success Club 5, Success Club 10, the 3 Lives Change Club, the 5 Lives Change Club, whatever it is that you need to motivate you to hit that goal, if you're hitting it every month, I can promise you, as somebody who has hit it for 36 months consecutively, that it will grow your business and it will change your business and it will change your life. So make it a goal, make it a non-negotiable. Make a plan with your success partner, your upline, your downline, your crossline, I don't even care who, but make a plan with someone that you're going to hit it every single month. So, great call tonight, guys. I appreciate all of you jumping on. I wanted to end the call on a note that just said that everybody on this team is awesome. We are not a team of average people. We are a team of awesome people. And I don't want to ever be average. I was average before this Beachbody Life, and a lot of us were, right? And then we came to this Beachbody Life, and we became awesome. You need to continue being awesome. Don't settle for average anymore. We've done that before. We've all been there, done that. We weren't satisfied. We kept moving. We found Beachbody, right? So now you're here. You're awesome. You have something great to share with other people. Go out and do that. And remember, you're awesome. You're not average anymore. So if you think, I'm having a bad day, I'm feeling frustrated, I don't know if I'm good enough to do this, I don't know if I'm good enough to help other people, don't forget, you're awesome and you're here and you're above average and you are not going back to that person that you were before. You're moving forward so that you can help other people move forward in their lives too, because people are looking up to you. People need your awesomeness in their life so that they can change their lives, they can grow their health and fitness journeys, which could turn into a financial gain for them, which could change their life. You are the awesome that starts the domino effect for people. So go out and be awesome and rock your businesses. And I will see you guys next Tuesday. Don't forget, we have a business opportunity call. We have a coach jumping on to share her story. It's an awesome one. And I'd love for some of you guys to jump on and share some of yours too, so we can get some new, fresh, excited people here so they can join our awesome club, because let's face it, we're awesome. All right, guys, have a great night, and I will talk to all of you soon.